You are now flying.
Southwest. All of my brothers about it. If you ain't about it, move out of the way. Baba, my chopper, I loaded, I cocky. You know I am my boy, ready to spray. Knocking them down, he be talking so proud. When the brothers go round, he got nothing to say. Boy, I'm too solid, it's all in my body. I can't get it eat, I ain't coming to play. What you mean now? I got what you need now. I got all these brothers right behind me. Can you see now? Yeah, what you need now? I got what you need now. 100,000 profits, that's the only thing you see now. Yeah.
So many claim that they prophets, till the real prophet show up. Like Debo is our block now, sitting high till you pull down. Looking red, still running with his head down. Man up, the South got plenty to say. My kinfolk be John, how we paving the way. Take that phony ass doctor, your bow tie that white man. Easter Sunday, ball it up in your face like a surgeon. I'm fixing your face with the blade in my hand. Make them Tokyo drip when the script out the sprain. I thought I heard it hit and say, but we too busy, we work. To hell what you gotta say. Stronger than Panthers and brown berets. We need a scribe in another page. Stay with the 12 like I'm trying to gauge. We on the watch like we on the bay. Los Reyes están aquí. We here to stay while you sucking your teeth. Speak with your chest when you talking to kings. Mire, es negro, Milena supreme. My king is black, my bloodline supreme. Have it your way, I'm serving the king. My head to the sky when I'm facing the east.
All of my brothers about it. If you ain't about it, move out of the way. Baba, my chopper, I loaded, I cocky. You know I am my boy, ready to spray. Knocking them down, he be talking so proud. When the brothers go round, he got nothing to say. Boy, I'm too solid, it's all in my body. I can't get it eat, I ain't coming to play. What you need now? I got what you need now. I got all these brothers right behind me. Can you see now? Yeah, what you need now? I got what you need now. 100,000 profits, that's the only thing you see now.
All of us about it. And you better not doubt it, cause you can get out it. We get on your head like a bonnet or 2 or 3 diamonds that's coming from minors. They out here, they wild, and we shoot up the block while they shoot up the tower. I feel the pain and go teach for some hours. They roll up the loud, but this ain't gon' get louder. I came for the battle, I'm swinging like Wilder. They want the war, want the smoke with the team. We play for crowns, what the hell is a ring? I grew up crazy, seen too many things. I respect MLK, but got way bigger dreams. They really want us, they naked, come find us. We stay on the block with the angels behind us. We read all the accident, had to rewind them. We read all the accident, had to rewind them, yeah. Niggas is only concerned with a bank. Waiting on them is like holding the bank, but then reading the boom is like drinking a bang, yeah. I see the hood in the streets full of pain. I find it hard just to stay in my lane. Got the blood of the prophets that run through my veins.
All of my brothers about it. If you ain't about it, move out of the way. Baba, my chopper, I loaded, I cocky. You know I am my boy, ready to spray. Knocking them down, he be talking so proud. When the brothers go round, he got nothing to say. Boy, I'm too solid, it's all in my body. I can't get it eat, I ain't coming to play. What you need now? I got what you need now. I got all these brothers right behind me. Can you see now? Yeah, what you need now? I got what you need now. 100,000 profits, that's the only thing you see now. Yeah.
This is wartime, Lord, I'm tryna get my spirit right, yeah. Building up my strength, I'm getting ready for the fight, yeah. Making sacrifices cause I want eternal life, yeah. If I want the kingdom, I know that don't be the price, yeah.
This is war!
Kill my body,
Fire!
Can I kill my soul?
Come on!
Stay doing the work, you know that we be on the road.
Yeah!
Kill my body, can I kill my soul?
Yeah!
Stay doing the work, you know that we be on the road.
Sacrifice, living sacrifice. Put my body on the line till it's paradise. You've been gambling with your soul like a paradise. You gon' crap out real soon, living for your vice. And I want Christ, I want meaning, I want a sign and they gon' see me. I want power over the heathen, I need a throne for every season. Lord, forgive me for all of my grievance. I wanna see my enemies bleeding, trying to live forever. Kill my members, I had to several.
This is wartime, Lord, I'm trying to get my spirit right, yeah. Building up my strength, I'm getting ready for the fight, yeah. Making sacrifices cause I want eternal life, yeah. If I want the kingdom, I know that gon' be the price, yeah. Kill my body, can I kill my soul? Stay doing the work, you know that we be on the road, hey, yeah. Kill my body, can I kill my soul? Stay doing the work, you know that we be on the road. Summertime, we at it on the street, huh. Purple shirt, black pants, I got the boots on my feet, huh. Breathing fire, we gon' make them feel like heat, huh. My sword doing damage when I pull it out the sheet, huh. Playing with me while you playing with me, dog. Bringing out the scriptures, we gon' burn them with the law. If a demon run up on me, ain't gon' let us see them all. Hey, this KJV, I gotta send it like some more. This is wartime, Lord, I'm tryna get my spirit right, yeah. Building up my strength, I'm getting ready for the fight, yeah. Making sacrifices cause I want eternal life, yeah. If I want the kingdom, I know that gon' be the price, yeah. Kill my body, can I kill my soul? Stay doing the work, you know that we be on the road, hey, yeah. Kill my body, can I kill my soul? Stay doing the work, you know that we be on the road.
This is war, listen, this is war. Clenching on my sword, when we blessing, give me more. I got so much work to do, more than I ever knew before. Flesh been winning for years, it's time we even up the score. This for the poor, this for the meek, this for the captive, this for the weak, this for the lost, this for the sheep. House of Israel, none to compete with the elite. Puzzle complete, new man perfect in the Messiah. Drinking the water, spirit on fire, killing the earth, and turn me up higher. Amen.
Wartime, Lord, I'm tryna get my spirit right, yeah. Building up my strength, I'm getting ready for the fight, yeah. Making sacrifices cause I want eternal life, yeah. If I want the kingdom, I know that gon' be the price, yeah. Kill my body, can I kill my soul? Stay doing the work, you know that we be on the road, hey, yeah. Kill my body, can I kill my soul? Stay doing the work, you know that we be on the road.
I'm out, play the coast. When we pull up with that ghost, he gon' ghost. He talking beef, I got that fire, he gon' get roast. Even if he kill me, that's the victory with a toast.
This is war, is you with it or you not? And if you with it, better give it all you got.
Army of the living God, we never fold. 144 tough class, we on the road.
This is wartime, Lord, I'm tryna get my spirit right, yeah. Building up my strength, I'm getting ready for the fight, yeah. Making sacrifices cause I want eternal life, yeah. If I want the kingdom, I know that gon' be the price, yeah. Kill my body, can I kill my soul? Stay doing the work, you know that we be on the road, hey, yeah. Kill my body, can I kill my soul? Stay doing the work, you know that we be on the road.
Before the God got my spirit fire. My feeling flying when I prophesy. Sword on me, so you better try. Eternal life, when we get it, we'll die. Look, the truth got me lit like a wick on the counterfeit. They claiming that they the real Jews, but counterfeit. I've been consuming the word, not the world. I'm out of it. Cause you been had your name in the game, don't try to quit. We just getting started. They gon' pay the price, no bargain. Yeah, cause all these nation dogs keep barking. Crime scene, yellow tape, beat cautious. Spirit of the Lord got me lifted. This water ain't liquid, my spirit ain't wavering. My faith ain't drifting. Gifted, we are not the same, we different. I got genes running through my veins, encrypted. Hard on the heat, then I'm just reading out the book. Yeah, I've been on a mission ever since I took a look. Isaiah 18, we was trying underfoot, but the business of the Lord, that's the message that I'm pushing. They gon' drink of the cup of the fury of God. Come rebuke at the gates. Are you with me or not? We ain't sparing the soul. Smack this earth with a rock. We got angels on standby. Wait on God for the nine. Having visions of the 12 taking over the world. Don't need no recommendation. It ain't no need for referral. We were chosen from the beginning. The ending is near. Can't explain this feeling, but glad I gave him my ear. No lie. Before the God got my spirit fire. My feeling flying when I prophesy.
Christian. I gotta bring the word and I'ma stand with it. True repentance got my spirit on fire. The real truth, straight facts, no lie. I felt the blaze when I prophesied. While your pastor still in ties and he profit off lies. And my God bring the pain when he touched down. It's a lot of haters when he blaze them, they gon' break now. On the road, many miles like a greyhound. Watch the world shake with a quake, it ain't safe now. Lit with the flame in my reins and I cannot contain. I've been drained with the shame that they put on my name. Now I woke, watch the heathen choke when he gets smoked with the quote that the prophets wrote. Nah, it ain't a joke, we grow from a mustard seed. Israel gotta get the victory and it's guaranteed. Y'all body no follow like the Maccabees. We want the world with the pearl cause it's meant for me. Gotta read the history, line upon line, and I'm better than ever. And I was looking for a sign cause I know that we better. The word came and I found out my name. No more saving my brain.
You are now live.
Lord, know we dedicated. Revealing truth to our people, we been miseducated. Great awakening, can't decimate it. Truth serum that can't be replicated. They medicated, this that Psalms 10780. We got this truth that can't get calm. On the corner, dropping bombs, can't be detonated. Jump from coast to coast like LeBron, but we never traded. Got the breath of life in my heart. Resuscitated precepts. The only people we pushing in this hitting harder than the desert eagle. We had idols in our mind, heard this word and we forsook them all in Memphis, no more rent. We raising up to 12, they say the truth hurts, so we labor in travail. From NYC to Houston, from LA to Riverdale, talking truth, taking the kingdom in the gates. Just touchdown, I ain't got my foot on the brake. Truth got my mind, I'm feeling renewed every day. Giving sight to the blind, it's like I don't care if what I'm saying make you feel away. Yeah, let's talk truth. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk truth. Yeah, hear what I'm saying. Let's go inside the book. We got everything that we need and we seeing only for professor. You're not even seeing the dreamers that we but they still got the least.
Hey, welcome back to another week of Let's Talk Truth. Today you got myself, Captain Emmanuel, to my right.
Officer Baruch.
To my left.
Officer Jonah.
And we got Officer Ezra Reed. Now praise to the Most High God. Today, what we talking about, y'all? Do we got a thumbnail? Today the topic is thief, liar, and murderer. America is Lucifer. All right? Thief, liar, and murderer. America is Lucifer. So I'll pray to the Most High. That's the reason for the season. But y'all know, man, we on Let's Talk Truth, we quick to go in and show y'all, according to Bible prophecy, who this so-called white man is today, who the United States of America is today, according to God, and they are the devil.
That's right. That's right.
So, we have no problem showing their precept upon precept, line upon line. And, you know, we going to do it again today, Lord's willing, all right? Yeah. But there is a reason for the season. We going to get into that. But before we do, make sure y'all donate to the Booster Club. All right? Scan that QR code, or you can text donate to 646-982-3858. All right?
Bring it out.
Again, scan that QR code, or you can text donate to 646-982-3858. All right? Without further ado, let's open up with Proverbs chapter 8, verse 6.
The book of Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 6.
Come on.
Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth.
For what?
For my mouth shall speak truth.
Let's talk truth. Read.
And wickedness is an abomination to my lips.
All right. So what's the reason for the season? Why are we talking about the thief, liar, and murderer? Put that on the screen.
Hey, we're at war with Venezuela. No, Congress did not approve of it, but Donald Trump is going to begin land strikes in Venezuela, and he just posted on Truth Social that until Venezuela returns all of the oil and land that they stole from the United States, they never stole oil or land from the United States. But until then, we will continue to strike them, and that he has now labeled the entire Venezuelan government as a drug cartel, that every single member of the Venezuelan government is a terrorist. He posted this on Truth Social. If you disagree with me, you're wrong and stupid. This information is wildly available. You can just go to Truth Social. You can go to his fucking Truth Social. He posted this himself. We are at war with Venezuela. We are at war with Venezuela. We are at war with Venezuela. I am right. You are wrong. Cope, mauled, seethe.
That's some evil And I was stuff. Today years old when I found out about this social media network called Truth Social. Damn! Apparently, Donald Trump, on his verified account on Truth Social, definitely posted what the man just spoke about. All right, read that real quick.
Venezuela is completely surrounded by the largest armada ever assembled in the history of South America. It will only get bigger, and the shock to them will be like nothing they have ever seen before. Until such time as they return to the United States of America all of the oil, land, and other assets that they previously stole from us. The illegitimate Maduro regime is using oil from these stolen oil fields to finance themselves, drug terrorism, human trafficking, murder, and kidnapping. For the theft of our assets and many other reasons, including terrorism, drug smuggling, and human trafficking, the Venezuelan regime has been designated a foreign terrorist organization. Therefore, today, I am ordering a total and complete blockade of all sanctioned oil tankers going into and out of Venezuela. What? The illegal aliens and criminals that the Maduro regime has sent into the United States during the weak and inept Biden administration are being returned to Venezuela at a rapid pace. America will not allow criminals, terrorists, or other countries to rob, threaten, or harm our nation, and likewise will not allow a hostile regime to take our oil, land, or any other assets, all of which must be returned to the United States immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America.
Now, I know what y'all thinking, right? Because that's a lot of accusations, a lot of allegations.
This ain't right.
And it has to be at least some truth to it, right? Absolutely not. They literally, Venezuela never took no oil, no land.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Literally took nothing from America.
Are you serious?
At all. But we gonna break it down. We're gonna show y'all what the real offense was. But get first Israel chapter 5. So what y'all see dealing with Donald Trump is the power of propaganda. And this is how you know they ain't nothing. The president, the so-called presidents, ain't nothing but puppets. Because he is one of many that literally did the exact same thing. It's like they just got a damn script. I'm telling you, bruh. Read that real quick.
The book of 1 Ezra, chapter 5 and verse
73.
73.
Come on.
Come on.
And by their secret plots and popular persuasions and commotions.
Secret plots and popular persuasions. All right? Popular persuasion in one word is propaganda. It's nothing more powerful than a propaganda that's produced by the damn commander-in-chief himself.
Right.
The damn president. All right?
The devil.
Popular persuasions. That's what they used in the past, and that's what they're using now.
What the hell is this?
To enforce the evil, wicked policies. All right? Get that in. Well, nah, I'm gonna wait on that.
Yeah.
That's what you see. Popular persuasions. And what else?
And commotions.
Read.
They hindered the finishing of the building all the time that King Cyrus lived.
All right, get that next video real quick.
Let's
So
go.
like I said, just in case you was wondering, is there any legitimacy to what Donald Trump is saying? Absolutely not.
Hell
no. Play that clip.
Donald Trump believes that Venezuela is an island, at least according to his newest Truth Social post about the country, when he said it's now surrounded by the largest armada ever assembled in the history of South America. But back to this. Donald Trump is blockading Venezuela and all sanctioned oil vessels. Now those are vessels that would be transiting to or from sanctioned countries. Countries the U.S. or our allies have placed sanctions on Russia, North Korea, Iran, even Venezuela, usually We let these vessels transit freely. We might intercept 1 or 2 a year because it's good for the oil industry to just let them continue to transit around the world. The rest of Donald Trump's post goes on to claim that this oil is being used to steal land from the United States, to rob from the United States, and everything else, which is all just blatantly false. Venezuela has taken nothing from us, and Donald Trump's rhetoric about the Maduro regime. And Venezuela has only escalated since Machado won the Nobel Peace Prize. Called Donald Trump, said Donald Trump should have won it instead of her, that he now feels like he needs to repay her by removing the Maduro regime and placing her in power.
This is crazy!
Regime change just means basically a coup, an overthrow of one government system to institute another. All right, we'll go to Matthew chapter 24. So,
let's go.
I know everybody waiting on a World War III, the big dog.
This is war.
Christ told us something. All right, before that happens, you're gonna have these. You're gonna have the Russia and Ukraine. You're gonna have the Israel and Palestine. You understand? You're gonna have U.S. and Venezuela. You're gonna have, little wars to build up to the climax. All right, read what you got.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6.
Come on.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
You shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Read.
See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right. So all this stuff got to come to pass because the wicked must be revealed. The Lord got to make Esau bare. He got to show you their true colors, which is red. You understand? They are that great red dragon that the Bible spoke of in the book of Revelation. You understand? So things have to come to pass, certain wars and rumors of wars.
Yeah. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Read.
And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Right, so it's going to be natural disasters entangled in that as well. So that's what we seeing building up to the main event, all right? So we in those contractions. We in those, those building moments of the film.
That's
all right?
right.
That's what we in right now. We in the build-up phase. But again, like I said, these things are coming to pass for Pharaoh to be lifted up, all right? For Pharaoh to be lifted up, and Pharaoh right now is Donald damn Trump. You understand? He is the king of spiritual Egypt. He is the king of Babylon right now.
Yeah.
All right. He is that king right now of a fierce countenance. But we're going to get into all of that more in detail later on. But we just wanted to show y'all the reason for the season. Why we going in on America today? Because they got some stuff brewing up with Venezuela. And it's going to be some bloodshed. It's going to be the same type of BS we saw 20 years ago with Bush.
Let the BS go.
Sending the troops to the quote-unquote Middle East. You understand? Like, they doing some productive. They're not doing nothing productive. They being greedy. It's capitalism. There's something going on for the U.S. to capitalize off the weakness of other nations, which is what God said Lucifer would do in the Bible. We're going to show y'all that, though.
This is America.
That's how we know America is Lucifer.
Yeah.
All right? Y'all brothers got something?
Yes, sir. Get 2nd Ezra 15 real quick.
Fire!
This just shows you, like you said, Esau is the devil the Bible speaks of. This man, this race that everybody loves, you fail to realize that he does not love you. He doesn't love Hispanic. The so-called white man has no love for anyone. They are the bully of society, and that's why they must be exterminated. Watch this. Read 2nd Ezra 15, start at 16.
Let's go.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 16.
Come on.
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
And that's what we're seeing right now. Esau's course of his action is standing in his power. I wish Venezuela would do something. We're going to continue to bomb them because you can see the videos of them literally bombing the boats coming from Venezuela.
Come on,
traveling
man.
from these to different places.
Come on now,
America
dog.
is not even allowing these people to travel and import the goods that they have from their land.
That's some
This is the scripture
evil
showing you
stuff.
that these people are going to be a bully. Keep reading.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Here it is. They're not even allowing people to travel from country to country because of the sanctions that they made. Who gave you the jurisdiction to sanction countries from visiting one another? It just show you the race that we dealing with.
Hey, one more point too, because think about this, and you read it in the script in 2nd Esdras, popular persuasion. That's another word other than what Cap mentioned. It's lying. All they do is lie. And the Bible says the tongue is powerful. So if a leader of a whole country or of the world, so-called, lies and spew that out there, then you know it's danger coming behind it. And this is why they have to get judged. And the Most High, he gonna show you. Watch.
Okay, to the Most High. So like I said, we're going to dig into it. But before we do, let's get that first segment real quick. Let's go. All right, bring us in, IT.
Fire!
All right, all praise to the Most High. So IUIC Viral, we deal with what's hot. Israel United in Christ making a black hat all throughout the world. What we done this week. All right, well, you already know Bishop Nathaniel, Dominus to our bishop. Message. This time of year, man, he just get to going in. He don't wait till the Sabbath. He grabbed a smartphone now.
That's right.
It's over with. Bishop know how to do social media now. It's over with.
That's some good stuff right there.
So he done pissed the Christians off with this one, man. Play that clip.
Just pondering about your Christmas celebration. Many of you don't know what this origin really is, how it came about. Now, it started when you read the Bible in Jeremiah chapter 10, okay, verses 1 through 5, where God says, don't learn a custom where you cut down a tree and decorate it with silver and gold and fasten it with nails and with hammers that it fall not. We all know that that's Christmas. There's no other holiday that we use a tree except that one. So, thinking about this Christmas, the origin, not even so much the origin, later on in history, because that was around 606 BC, when you read Jeremiah 10. Later on, in the 1500s, the Netherlands celebrated Christmas. Listen to the timing. The 1500s, the Netherlands celebrated Christmas. And it was honored with Saint Nick. Saint Nick is who, you might ask? Pope Nicholas V. And in the Netherlands, they have Saint Nick dressed as Pope Nicholas V. Now, Pope Nicholas V is the one who orchestrated or wrote the papal bull, which instituted the transatlantic slave trade, allowing Spain and Portugal to enslave all black Israelites, the Israelites who were called Moors at that time. Moors is Latin. It means black. And we were their slaves. They enslaved us. And that's why when you look at the Netherlands celebration of Christmas with Pope Nicholas V, Saint Nick, he has a helper, a slave, a servant called Zwarte Piet, which means Black Peter. And it's a bunch of them. And they all dress up in blackface. White people dress up in blackface in honor of our destruction, in honor of our fall, our demise. 300 years after that, around 1870, America said, you know what? That's a good holiday. We should make it official here. So what did they do? They kept St. Nick, but they said, let's not reveal that that's Pope Nicholas V. Make him fat, keep his name, St. Nick. And his helper should not be Zwarte Piet, Black Peter. They're going to tie it in, but that's their slavery. I know. Let's make those black Moors, the Zwarte Piets, into elves. Santa's little helpers. That's right. Now, when you read Revelation 11, verse 10, and they that dwell upon the earth, the Europeans, whites, shall rejoice over them, rejoice over us. We're the them, the Israelites, and make merry, Merry Christmas, and shall send gifts one to another. We were the gifts. Our sons, our daughters, our mothers, our fathers were the gifts they sold and gave one to another. Because these two prophets, Judah and Israel, the kingdom was split into two. Because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on earth. During the times of the kings and the chronicles, when you read in the Bible, yeah, we tormented the nations in righteousness, to keep the commandments, to keep God's laws. During the Dark Ages, we forced Europeans into the caves of the Caucasus Mountains. Yes, we did. But I know many of you black Christians, you're still going to reject that, but that's okay. Do the research. Check the Netherlands out. Check out the history of Christmas in the Netherlands. You'll find out. So that with that, my black brothers and sisters in Christianity, I have just one thing to say to you all. Merry Christmas, you dumb niggas.
Oh, praise to the Most High.
That's some good stuff right now.
Dun, dun, dun. Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 14.
Let's go.
So Bishop brought it out. It's actually Bible prophecy. The Lord prophesied that they would overthrow our people and rejoice over us and make merry. You understand?
Right.
So watch this. Read that.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 3 and verse 14.
Come on.
Thou didst strike through with his staves the head of his villages.
Right. That's what the Lord going to do when he return. Read.
They came out as a whirlwind to scatter me.
Right. They came out as a whirlwind to scatter me. They're going to attempt to fight against Christ. Go ahead.
Their rejoicing was as to devour the poor secretly.
So all this time before our Messiah return, that's what has always rejoiced their heart, was to devour the poor secretly. Who is the poor? The poor is talking about us.
That's
you understand?
right.
That is why Revelation 11, it said they will rejoice over them. We were ruling during the Dark Ages. We were royalty on that side of the earth. You understand? They overthrew us. They had their Renaissance, and they made a holiday to commemorate it.
That's right.
All of that, the theme of Saint Nicholas and the little elves and all that come from them conquering you and enslaving you and rejoicing over it year after year after year. The same way God gave us holy days to rejoice over the fact that he destroyed the Egyptians.
Right.
Yeah. But that ain't good enough for us, though. We let no man judge you and me. I don't have to. That was a shadow of Jesus. I don't have to do none of that no more. We look at it like we're free from that dumb, black, stupid Christian niggas. Right. But the white man, we're going to take your Bible and take your records and twist them so you can discontinue from that and inadvertently celebrate your own destruction and enslavement. Merry Christmas, dumb niggas. Wisdom of Solomon 14:16, man.
Let's go.
Wisdom of Solomon 14:16.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
Thus, in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong.
It's definitely an ungodly custom. It's rooted in ancient Babylon, all right, with Nimrod and all of that. You read about that in Jeremiah chapter 10, right? Then you got the Romans with the Saturnalia, which was, I think it was 7 days, an 8-day festival where they was doing all type of lewdness, sexual lewdness or whatever the case around the winter solstice, right? And now, like I said, they overthrew black people, right, during the Renaissance era. That was their rebirth. They overthrew the black people that was ruling on that side of the earth, and they made a whole theme, a Christmas theme based around that.
This is crazy.
And that what is based around is the enslavement of the niggas that they conquered. That's an ungodly custom. God said that ungodly custom has what?
Was kept as a law.
Right, it grown strong and was kept as a law. Go ahead.
And graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
Right, by the commandments of kings, meaning it was instituted by the government. You understand? So that is what Christmas is in the Bible. It is them rejoicing over us, making merry, and instituting it as a commandment. You understand? A nationally recognized holiday.
Yeah.
All over the world, all over across the European nations.
That's some evil
So you
stuff.
dumb black niggas, you gotta wake up. In the Bible, that's an ungodly custom. It ain't no Jesus Christ spin to it.
Dummy.
It's not. He said, "This do in remembrance of me," making reference to breaking bread and drinking wine. And when did he do that? That was on the night of the Passover when he said that to the disciples.
Yeah.
You know, now we break bread as often as we gather together, but if you're going to do anything in remembrance of Christ, wouldn't you think it would be the Passover?
Custom he follow, right.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, go ahead.
Man, Christians crazy as hell. It makes you think of the scripture in Isaiah 30. It says, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression. Here it is, you believe no one should be able to tell you to keep feast days according to the Bible, okay? But you follow the feast days that America gave you that they told you are coordinated with the Bible. It's complete hypocrisy. It makes no sense.
That's right. You tying it, the dumb Christian black apologists said that the first Christmas is in Luke chapter 2.
Bug the hell out.
But the people he mentioned that kept that first Christmas, it wasn't even on the same day.
Right.
You don't get it. You understand? They was different day and they weren't even all together.
Yeah.
But like to your point, it's a biblical thing, but the holidays actually in the Bible, no, that's a shadow of things to come. Like,
That's
what?
mad. That's mad right there. Yeah.
This is crazy.
Ain't Jesus the Lamb of God?
Yeah.
Why not celebrate the Passover in the name of Jesus?
Right.
That's right.
That was the Last Supper.
You can't make this stuff.
Acts 20, Paul said, I got to make it to Jerusalem to keep the feast. You understand? In 1 Corinthians 5, he said, let us keep the feast.
You better believe it.
This is after Christ. This ain't no old covenant stuff that they was keeping that after Christ.
For real though.
Without sacrifice, without animal sacrifice. But I'll pray to the Most High.
Praise it.
Yeah, hey, they must think do as thou wilt is in the Bible. Because remember, at one point, Christmas, well, we said, okay, they say it's about Jesus, which we know that's not facts. But then they said, well, we just do it for the kids. So you willingly lie to your kids, you deceive your all the hard work you done did. You done said a fat man that came down the Christmas chimney to give your kids gifts.
How is that helpful?
This is crazy. But you think it's okay. It's not okay to lie to your kids, deceive your kids, and you're worshiping a whole nother God, and that's the first law.
Let the BS
that
go.
we so love.
Yeah, read Matthew 7 and 11 about doing for the kids.
Fire!
Come on.
Let's go.
The book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 11.
Come on.
If ye then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children.
Stop making it seem like that's some type of holy, godly thing. Like that justify you.
Right.
The Lord, I called you out already. You evil as hell, but you still know how to give a gift to your kids.
Come on.
That don't mean nothing, man. Cut it out. We don't want to hear none of this for the kids shit, bro. The Lord ain't trying to hear it.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
But I'll pray to the Most High. Excuse my language. Let's get back to the topic, man. All right? A thief, liar, and murderer. America is Lucifer. So if you want to learn about America being Lucifer, then we got to start in the beginning. All right? We got to start in the beginning. Let's get Genesis chapter 4. Genesis chapter 4, dealing with Cain. All right? Read verse 7.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 7. If thou do well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well.
Right. So this is the Lord admonishing Cain. Cain had envy against his brother Abel because the Lord respected Abel's offering, but not Cain's. All Cain had to do was fix it. But he had bitterness against his brother instead of being inspired by his brother to fix it, to change. So the Lord admonished him like, listen, if you do well, you'll be accepted just like your brother. But if you do not well, read.
Sin lieth at the door.
Sin lieth at the door. That sin that lieth at the door is talking about Satan, the spiritual demon Satan. Satan is lying at the door to enter in and take control of you. You understand? To become the pilot of your life. Read.
And unto thee shall be his desire.
Right.
And thou shalt rule over him.
And Satan will rule over you. Did Cain take heed to that? No. he turned around and killed his brother. He fulfilled the will of Satan, showing you he opened the door for Satan. Satan came in and ain't left out since. All right,
That's
jump down to verse 12.
Stuff.
Verse 12.
Go ahead.
When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
Right. So you're not going to be able to, the ground ain't going to be fruitful to you, sir. Read.
A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
So God said that Cain, his seed, will be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. Can we get the definition? I know I ain't seen it. Give fugitive and vagabond. Lord said he going to be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
Let's go. Fugitive. A person who has escaped from a place or is in hiding, especially to avoid arrest or persecution.
Right. So you on a run. You know that you got a pending judgment, but you trying to avoid it at all costs. So you all over the place in hiding. All right. Let's get vagabond.
Vagabond. A person who wanders from place to place without a home or job.
Right. You all over the place without a home or a job. All right. That's what God said about Cain and his seed. They will wander all throughout the earth as a fugitive and a vagabond.
Message.
Right? Trying to hide or trying to run from the punishment of their crimes.
That's right.
So from there, give 1 John chapter 3 and verse 12.
Let's go.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse 12. Not as Cain, who was of that wicked one.
He was what?
Of that wicked one.
Right, that wicked one is talking about Satan.
Yeah.
So that shows you what the Lord admonished him. What happened is exactly what happened. Satan opened that door for Satan, and Satan began to rule over him. Cain became the son of Satan. You understand? The son of perdition. All right. Now, what happened after Cain? What happened after that time period? You had the flood, right? So get Ecclesiastes real quick. I believe it's 4 and 16. Ecclesiastes 4 and 16.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
There is no end of all the people,
Go
even
ahead.
of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit.
Right, so the Bible says there is no end of all the people. So yeah, the Lord flooded the earth and he started over with Noah and his sons. But those spirits from before the flood regenerated. You understand? And Cain regenerated as Esau in Genesis chapter 25. Go to Genesis 27. Let's look at what the Lord told Esau.
Edomite.
Genesis 27 and 38.
Let's go.
The book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 38.
Come on.
And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Right, so this is what the Lord had for Esau. He said, your blessing, your dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, the best places of the earth. Go ahead.
And of the dew of heaven from above.
Read.
And by the sword shalt thou live.
And that's how you're going to obtain possession of those places. It's going to be by the sword, showing you that Esau is going to wander, just like he said about Cain.
Yeah.
You're going to go from place to place because what was allotted to him ain't the best, ain't the fatness of the earth.
Right.
You understand? What is it, Jordan? Where Esau originally from? You understand? It wasn't our land. You understand? How are you going to inherit the fatness of the earth? You're going to do it. You're going to obtain those things by the sword. Read.
And shalt serve thy brother.
Uh-huh.
And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
And that was fulfilled in 2 Kings chapter 8, verse 20. So what we want to show y'all is that God said, by his sword he shall live. Meaning what? He is going to be a man of war. He was already a cunning hunter. When you read chapter 25, when he was a young boy, you understand? The Lord said that he's a cunning hunter. He said, by your sword you shall live. That's how you're going to dwell in the fatness of the earth. You're going to conquer. You're going to kill. All right? So, get 2 Ezra chapter 6. 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9.
Bring it out. The book of 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9.
Come on!
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Right. So, we just read in Genesis about Cain, which was, the first sons of Adam and Eve in earth, among the first sons, right? He was the first one in the earth after they got cast out the garden. Cain was the first one.
Right.
And then you got Genesis 25, the twins that came from Isaac and Rebekah. So we just read about way back in Genesis. Now we reading about the end of the world. God said Esau is the end of the world. That's why those blessings are relevant to right now.
That's right!
It's important to understand Esau, by his sword, he shall live in the best place of the earth. Who in the best place of the earth? And how did they get it? By the sword. Well, no, because that's way in Genesis. That's Esau. That was... But no, Esau is the end of the world. So when you look up at the end of the world, who dwelt in the best places that got it by violence, you looking at Esau.
That's right.
They are the last ruling kingdom of this earth.
Yeah.
That's who they are. They are the fourth beast that you read about in Daniel. So let's get there. Daniel chapter 2. Daniel chapter 2, start at verse 40.
The book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 40.
Come on.
And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise.
So, excuse me, now I'm finna show y'all something. Get 2 Ezra 12. 2 Ezra 12 and 10.
Bring it out!
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 12 and verse 10.
Come on!
And he said unto me, this is the interpretation of the vision.
Read.
The eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel.
Right, so it said the eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea. Now jump over to chapter 11 real quick. Chapter 11 and verse 37. This is the eagle that the Lord showed Ezra. Read that.
Daniel 11 and verse 37.
No,
I'm sorry. 2 Ezra chapter 11 and verse 37.
Come on!
And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion, chased out of the wood. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle and said, Hear thou, I will talk with thee. And the highest shall say unto thee, Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts?
Right, so aren't you the last of the four beasts? That was what the Lord showed in Daniel. That's what we were just reading in Daniel chapter 2.
Right.
So when Ezra, it's revealed that the last of the four beasts is a what? An eagle. And Daniel don't name the beast. Go back to chapter 12 where you was at. Read 11 again.
2 Ezra chapter 12 and verse 11.
Come on.
Fire! The eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel.
The same vision in Daniel 2 and Daniel 7. Read.
But it was not expounded unto him.
Meaning I didn't show him it was an eagle. I just said the fourth beast, the fourth kingdom. He didn't name an animal like he did with the other ones when he said a lion and a leopard. And he didn't do that. He just said the fourth. But now, Ezra, I'm showing you that it's an eagle. Read.
Therefore now I declare it unto thee.
Now go to Obadiah. Obadiah 1.
The book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Read.
The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord God. Concerning Edom.
Concerning who?
Concerning Edom.
Concerning Edom, who was Cain regenerated. Who the Lord said, by your sword ye shall live.
Message.
Who he told Esdras, Esau is the end of the world. Read verse 4.
Verse 4.
Come on.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
As the what?
As the eagle.
So who is the eagle in the Bible? It's Edom. It's Esau.
Right.
That's the fourth beast. That's the last. That's him that remaineth of the fourth beast. That's the fourth one. That's the last one. Esau is the end of the world.
Right.
So go back to Daniel chapter 2.
Amalek. The book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 40. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron.
Right. And that campaign started as Rome. Understand that. In Revelation 13, it breaks it down and lets you know that they would have a deadly wound and then be healed. Meaning the Roman Empire fell, but they had a Renaissance era, which we know today came to pass in the 1400s.
Right.
And they eventually manifested as America. America is an extension of Rome. All right? Read on.
For as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things.
Read.
And as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise.
Shall it what?
Break in pieces and bruise.
Shall it break in pieces and bruise? Meaning what? America is going to destroy nations, and the nations that it don't obliterate, it's going to bruise them. It's going to bruise them. You understand?
For real though.
That goes into, you know, what they doing with Venezuela.
Message.
The different things, the different tactics that they do to bully these nations that they allow to be nations, but they still bully you and put sanctions on you and hurt you and rob you whenever they feel like it. That's what God said that last beast would do, and that last beast is Edom. That's how they roll. That's how they operate. Go to John chapter 10. John chapter 10 and verse 10.
Come on. The book of John, chapter 10 and verse 10.
Come on.
The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
Right. So Christianity, this is a famous verse. The thief cometh not, but to steal, kill, and destroy.
Right.
That's talking about the devil. Yeah, you damn right. And how in the heck? Wait a minute. What do a thief do? Get Sirach 36 real quick.
Come on.
Sirach 36 and 26. Watch this.
The book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36 and verse 26.
Come on.
Who will trust a thief well appointed?
Who would trust a thief well appointed? Watch this.
That skippeth from city to city.
That what?
That skippeth from city to city.
What that sound like? A fugitive and vagabond. Yeah. So the thief cometh not, but to steal, kill, and destroy. That's breaking pieces and bruise.
Cap, they literally call themselves conquistadors.
Conquerors.
Conquerors, right.
Mac, go on and give me that. Give me that real quick. Revelation 6. So I want to talk about the thief real quick. All right, Revelation 6 and 8.
The book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 8.
Go ahead.
And I looked, and behold, a pale horse.
A what?
A pale horse.
Come on now. A pale horse. Read on.
And his name that sat on him was Death.
Was what?
Was Death.
Was death. Read.
And hell followed with him.
Right. And that remind me of what the Lord told Cain. That, like, the ground ain't going to yield forth her strength. Right? Cursed shall I be from the earth. That was twofold, too. Because that's when the Lord took this damn melanin. You understand? So you look like death because you ain't got no melanin. You understand? For real, because, you know, that's what connect you to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you look like death, and then by your sword you shall live. You have to. There has to be death in order for you to live. Damn. You understand? The Lord said that pale horse name was death.
That's right. And power was given.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Over the my bad.
And
hell followed with him.
So what happens when he come and do the genocide? Hell follows with him, meaning war captives, tributaries. You understand? And dominion over you. That's what they do. They go throughout the earth, they kill, and they take you captive.
Facts.
Read on.
And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth.
Over the what?
Over the fourth part of the earth.
Give me that real quick. Type in fourth part of the world. Google it.
Bring it out.
Fourth part of the world.
Fire!
Put it on. Nah. Just put it right there. All we needed that top part.
The fourth part of the world refers to the Americas.
That's all we need right there. Pale horse.
Right.
Fourth part of the world.
Right.
Fourth beast.
Yeah.
Eagle, eat 'em. I mean, connect the dots, man.
Right.
Yeah. Connect the damn dots.
Cap, you know what's crazy enough is the Native Americans, so-called Native Americans, they used to call them the pale face. And what did they do to the Native Americans? Kill them off. Right. They call the smallpox.
On horses, too.
On horses.
For real, though.
Give me that. Hold on. Give me that now. Give me that. In Nahum chapter 3.
Let's go.
Give me that in Nahum 3.
That's how you know I
we
know
didn't
the
got
Hebrew
to the
Israelites.
content
That's
yet.
right. That's how you know they're the Israelites.
This is the good part anyway. Scripts. Nahum
book,
3 and 1.
The book of Nahum, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Come on.
Woe to the bloody city.
The what?
The bloody city.
Why is bloody? Because his name death. By his sword he shall live.
Right.
Read.
It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey
It's full of what?
Lies and robbery.
Full of lies. Lies and robbery. Thief. Read.
The prey departeth not.
Right. The captives depart not. Read.
The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots.
Right. The noise of a whip. The noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and the jumping chariots. That sound like the goddamn cowboys.
That's what that sound like.
Right? Give me some images real quick. Just type in damn conquistadors and some chariots. Some shit.
This is madness.
For real. Ooh, y'all some nuns better than
For real,
boy, I tell you. All right, come on to the well, now, hold on. Don't put that up yet. All right, look to the right. To the right. Right there. Just hit that image right there. But it's better ones, though. The hell is this? No, not that one.
Go back. The
Not
one in the
that
middle. The
one.
one in the middle. Go back.
Not that one.
Shit. IT.
All right. So this decent, kinda. All right. But that's how they was coming, man. That's how them European explorers was coming.
Yeah.
The noise of the whip, the noise of the rattling wheels, prancing horses, and jumping chariots. Read on. Verse 3.
Verse 3. The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear.
Read.
And there is a multitude of slain.
Can we get some dead Gadites? Damn. All right. Finish that verse. There's a multitude of slain.
And a great number of carcasses. And there is none end of their corpses.
Damn.
They stumble upon their corpses.
They killed so many of them that they stumbled on their corpse. Damn. That's a lot of death. That's the origins of America. Come on, man.
This is America.
Something.
That's some evil stuff.
Give me something, man. Native Americans slain on the ground.
Boy, ain't no way.
Let's go back up. IT. All right.
I'm going to need y'all
Put on
IT
the
team to
screen.
roll with me.
Hit that. Nah, hell nah, don't hit that.
Hell no.
Let me see. Yeah, give me that. The European colonizers. Put that. Just click that real quick. What it say? Read that.
European colonizers killed so many Native Americans that it changed the global climate.
That's
Damn.
This is crazy.
That's crazy.
Sheesh.
That's a multitude of slain. That's a great number of carcasses to where you change the damn climate.
So it killed a lot of things. Not
This
just
is
the
war.
people, but the environment around them. That's crazy work.
Yeah, that's. Ooh, all right. So, this is America. All right.
This
The
is America.
thief for damn show.
Think
They
God
stole.
is
Give
not
me
gonna
that in
hold you
Habakkuk
guilty
1.
for that?
I'm gonna come back to this later too. Habakkuk 1:6.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 1 and verse 6.
Read.
For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans,
Right, the Chaldeans is the Babylonians. All right, go ahead.
that bitter and hasty nation,
Read.
which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs.
What that's called? Stealing.
Right.
He ain't lying. Come if not. But the steal. Read on.
They are terrible and dreadful.
Read.
Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves.
Right, Andrew Jackson them. Read.
Their horses
Their
also.
what?
Their horses.
Their what?
Their horses.
Just go right with that Nahum 3.
Right.
Their horses, read.
Also are swifter than the leopards. And are more fierce than the evening wolves.
Read.
And their horsemen shall spread themselves. And their horsemen shall come from far. They shall fly as the eagle.
As the what?
As the eagle that hasteth to eat.
So you know this ain't talking about Babylonians.
Right.
This talking about the daughter of Babylon, which
That's
is
right.
Edom,
Hit the
a
bomb.
so-called white man. Read.
Verse 9.
This is America.
They shall come all for violence.
Thief cometh not, but to steal,
steal.
kill,
Damn.
and destroy. Read.
Their faces shall sup up as the east wind.
Read.
And they shall gather the captivity as the sand.
That's what they did. That's what they did.
Fact
All
check
right,
me.
Cowboys and Indians. So, again, that is the origins of America.
Yeah.
So, give me that. So, we went over them being a thief. We still got more on that, but for now.
That's some evil
But I want y'all
stuff.
to check this out. Remember, Donald Trump said Venezuela is they bringing fentanyl, all them drugs. We got to stop all the drugs. We waging war on the cartels, and they stole oil and land from America. So let's see. Play that video.
This is a map showing a massive American military buildup near Venezuela. President Trump says it's about stopping drugs, but the numbers don't add up. If you look at the actual flow of fentanyl and cocaine into the United States, you see that most come from the Pacific, entering the U.S. from Mexico, not Venezuela. Mexican cartels manufacture fentanyl using precursor chemicals that are smuggled in from China. Then the drug is moved across the southern border into the United States. And most of the cocaine coming from Colombia travels along Pacific routes. It does not pass through the Caribbean. So Colombia and Mexico are far more important to the drug pipeline than Venezuela. So what's behind this deployment? Right now, nobody really knows. But one thing is clear. The official explanation does not match the reality on the map. This is
So Trump lying. His ass lying. All right, give me the next video.
Nobody can do it like
drug
me.
cartels. The hell is this? Play that.
So I can't believe this is real, but Trump is labeling fentanyl a weapon of mass destruction.
We're formally classifying fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction, which is what it is.
I was saying this is just like Iraq and weapons of mass destruction, and here we are just a couple of weeks later. This is the new weapons of mass destruction. And a lot of people on the right are surprisingly falling for this. Could we get any clearer?
This is y'all don't understand.
This is crazy.
Y'all gonna realize, Lord's willing, a little bit how crazy this is.
This is madness.
With that weapons of mass destruction phrase. but it's really crazy. But he literally said that fentanyl that come from Venezuela is a weapon of mass destruction. Therefore, they're justified to declare war. I don't get it. And we just saw in the video that ain't even really the case for real. The drugs coming from Mexico, Colombia. Right. The damn Pacific route. It ain't coming through the Caribbean. But play on.
That we're about to go to war in South America, that we're about to go to war with Venezuela, even though Venezuela does not produce fentanyl. Labeling it now a weapon of mass destruction, it gives the administration the ability to utilize that moniker and go to war whenever they want, with whomever they want, and to continue allowing the military-industrial complex to produce a lot of weapons and make a lot of money, just so that they can get us to go along with their grand plans, which have nothing to do with keeping America safe and has a lot to do with people making really the military-industrial complex and the oil industry, keeping them making a ton of money. The issue is they're using this in order to topple Venezuela. They will use this in order to topple any government in South America and Latin America that they're wanting to topple. And many of them, it has nothing to do with drugs. They're not involved in drugs. With Venezuela, it's about oil. In fact, the U.S. just went and took an oil tanker, had nothing to do with drugs. We all know that this is going to be abused and used as an excuse to go to war, and specifically go to war with Venezuela, which the administration and Marco Rubio have been salivating over for a very long time. So it's a way to gaslight us into more war, endless war. It's a way to get us to support regime change, all under the guise of we are fighting terrorism. We are fighting a war on terror. After 9/11, it's a war on terror. And really what we did was a bunch of regime changes that had nothing to do with terrorism, had nothing to do with 9/11, nothing to do with Al-Qaeda. We just went and did a bunch of regime change. And we used terror as the mechanism to get that done. So this continued war on terror is going to be used to do the exact same thing. But when you do regime change, what happens? Populations begin fleeing. Then you end up with a refugee crisis. And this crisis, unlike the Middle East, is right on our border. We will see millions of people flooding into the United States. You reap what you sow.
Well, all righty then.
Nobody
So
can do
Trump
it like
is a
me.
damn lie.
Right.
He lying to everybody. Get that in John 8:44. So we went over the thief. He come to steal, kill, and destroy. Well, we're going to spin the bin on that. But let's talk about this line. Read that real quick.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 44.
Come on.
Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do.
Read.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
He was a what?
A murderer from the beginning.
Keep that in mind. Read.
And abode not in the
Wait.
truth.
He was a murderer from the beginning. Who was the first murderer?
It's Cain.
Cain, right?
Message.
And then he went on to be a fugitive and a vagabond. Meaning he ran from being held accountable from that damn murder. Long as he could.
Amalek.
So he was a murderer from the beginning, read.
And abode not in the truth.
Read.
Because there is no truth in him.
Damn. His soul is not upright in him. Read.
When he speaketh a lie.
When he what?
When he speaketh a lie.
He what?
He speaketh of his own.
He speaketh of his own. Read.
For he is a liar and the father of it.
You see that? So Satan is the father of lies. That's why these people, that's all they do. They naturally incarnate liars.
What?
All right?
What the hell is this?
Excuse me, Sirach 20. Sirach 20 and 24.
The book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 20 and verse 24.
Read.
A lie is a foul blot in a man.
A lie is a foul blot. Read.
Yet it is continually in the mouth of the untaught.
Read.
A thief is better than a man that is accustomed to lie.
So the Lord called him the thief. He said the thief is better than a man that's accustomed to lie. Damn. Read on.
But they both shall have destruction to heritage.
But they still in the same boat. And ironically, the Lord called him the same thing. He said, you a thief in one scripture, the thief. Then another scripture, he said, you are a liar and the father of her.
That's right.
You understand? A thief, a liar, a murderer from the beginning. That's the so-called white man.
That's right.
And he shall have destruction to heritage. All right? So, get 2nd Ezra real quick. Chapter 11. And verse 40.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 11 and verse 40.
Come on.
And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were passed.
Read.
And had power over the world with great fearfulness.
Whoa.
Excuse me. And over the whole compass of the earth.
CD scratched, ain't it?
Excuse me.
Come on.
Of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
Okay, verse 42, what I want.
Verse 42.
Come on.
For thou hast afflicted the meek.
You afflicted the meek. Read.
Thou hast hurt the peaceable.
Read.
Thou hast loved liars.
Thou hast what?
Loved liars.
Thou hast loved liars. Why? Because when he speak a lie, he speaketh of his own.
That's right.
That's his cloth. That's how he cut. You understand? Thou hast loved liars. That's why America, France, you understand? All them damn European nations, that's why they just so locked in.
Amalek.
They all lie. Israel, oh my God.
Shame on you.
Liars. Come on.
And destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit. And has cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm.
Venezuela. So, go back. Go to the next. So let's see the real reason. What's the real reason behind the Venezuela stuff? Because it ain't the drug cartels and it ain't that they took nothing from America.
Bug the hell,
the hell is this?
There are 3 key reasons why the U.S. is on the verge of armed conflict with Venezuela, and drug trafficking is not one of them. First, Washington now views Venezuela as a hostile actor in its own backyard. Any challenge to U.S. dominance in the Western Hemisphere is treated as a direct threat to American strategic interests. This is entirely consistent with how great powers behave historically. Second, Venezuela has hostile territorial aspirations in Guyana, the only English-speaking country in South America, over a disputed region rich in oil and minerals. You may recall that Maduro signaled plans to annex part of Guyana soon after massive offshore oil reserves were discovered right around here. Washington sees this as a destabilizing posture, which creates a strong incentive to remove the Maduro regime. But the third and perhaps most important reason is Venezuela's deepening ties with Russia and China. Caracas recently signed a strategic partnership agreement with Moscow and continues to coordinate closely with Beijing on energy, infrastructure, and major economic projects. From Washington's perspective, Venezuela is becoming a forward operating base for rival great powers, something the US simply will not tolerate. And again, this behavior is largely consistent with recent US efforts to weaken Russia's global alliance network, from backing the ouster of Putin's ally Assad in Syria to striking Iran's nuclear weapons program. It has to be said that Venezuela does play a significant role in enabling regional drug trafficking, but this narrative is more of a messaging campaign designed to justify the legality of the operation. It is very much secondary to the core realist power dynamics that are shaping US behavior in South America.
Right, so they feel threatened because Venezuela doing business with America's ops, Russia and China. So they trying to stop. They trying to do all the sanctions. They trapping in the damn boats that they was letting go free to and fro. You understand? Satan on they, they is Satan. America on they bully. They on they bull.
This is America.
All right, get Revelation 13 real quick. Revelation 13, verse 17.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 17.
Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
Right. In America, watch this. Go to chapter 17 and verse 18. You got to have power to inflict stuff like that. Now, that's going to come down on the U.S. citizens on a different type of time. But how it's been going on for a long time since America been in power, excuse me, is by way of sanctions and embargoes and things of that nature. Read that real quick.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 18.
Read.
And the woman which thou sawest.
Right, which is, she had Babylon, mystery Babylon the Great written on her forehead. She is that great whore that sitteth on many waters.
This is America.
Read.
Is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
They do what?
Which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
Meaning they tell other countries, other nations what to do. Damn. And if you looking like you trying to rebel or do your own thing, they going to paint a narrative. They going to lie. You understand? And they going to justify them coming to destroy you or bruise you. If they don't break you in pieces, they going to bruise you. That's the fourth beast. That's how they roll. That's how they get down. All right? Get that in Psalm 140 real quick.
You got to go.
Psalm 140 and verse 1.
Let's go.
We ain't got an officer like him, Mr. 2 seconds.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
The book of
praises.
Psalms, chapter 140 and verse 1.
Come on.
Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man.
From the evil man. Evil. Read.
Preserve me from the violent man.
From the what?
From the violent man.
And we read about that in Habakkuk 1. They all come for violence. Read.
Which imagine mischiefs in their hearts.
Right. How to steal your resources. Because the thief cometh not, but to steal. Read.
Continually are they gathered together for war.
To continue. Are they gathered together for what?
For war.
For what?
For war.
For war.
This is war.
Mongers. Warmongering activity. That's what the Venezuela president said about it.
Damn.
Some damn warmongering activity going on. Read.
They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their
How
lips.
do you sharpen your tongue like a serpent? To lie. The hell it is. You're lying.
Hit the bomb.
Read.
Selah. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man. Who have purposed to overthrow my goings.
Right. You know what the overthrow, the goings is of Venezuela? Regime change. That's what it is. The overthrowing of a damn government system. America trying to take it off. I'm telling you, bro, that's how they get down. That's how the evil, violent men get down. And they gonna achieve it through war. All right? Play that video. Now, this was a couple years ago. Play that. Watch this.
Of course, the countries, Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua with Russia relationships. Why this region matters with all of its rich resources and rare earth elements. You've got the lithium triangle, which is needed for technology today. 60% of the world's lithium is in the lithium triangle, Argentina, Bolivia, Chile. You just have the largest oil reserves, light sweet crude discovered off of Guyana over a year ago. You have Venezuela's resources as well with oil, copper, gold. We have the Amazon, lungs of the world. We have the 31% of the world's fresh water in this region too. I mean, it's just off the charts. We have a lot to do. This region matters. It has a lot to do with national security, and we need to step up our game.
Y'all see that?
Are you serious?
So, again, as y'all can see, it's natural resources that they after. That's in that region. You understand? That oil, the minerals, things of that nature. That's what the thief is coming to steal. Because America ain't yielding all that for them no more. Right. You understand? They came and stole all that from the Native Indians, And now they got to go all over the world to keep it going, keep it coming.
He ain't lying.
That's what they doing, man. That's what they doing. All right, play that next video. Now y'all know AI had to get the honorable mention and all this. Play that.
Take your thumb off the fucking screen. Make sure you hear me when I say this. We are about to be at war with Venezuela. Your peacetime president is about to start a war with Venezuela over nothing more than heavy oil. On top of that, they are pushing to build these AI data centers, which is just a form of environmental racism. And their whole goal is they want AI to reach a point to where it can mimic and be identical to the human brain. Why would they want to do that? To replace you. They don't give a fuck about money anymore. They're multi-billionaires. They just want power. They have an entire workforce. We're all stuck in the rat race, and we have all these fucking complaints that they call complaints. Affordable wages, affordable health care, fair this, fair that. How do they get rid of all this noise in their workforce? AI. Let's scale it to where it's just as efficient as the human brain, and we don't have to hear this bullshit. That's why when they asked Peter Thiel, does the human race need to endure, he didn't have a fucking answer. He stuttered. Damn! They don't care about your survival. They don't see you as fucking people. They want to live in a world where everything is obedient, no backtalk, no disobedience, no nothing. All you're dealing with is multi-billionaires with grand scale plans, and they see you as fucking pawns. Shit. U.S. soldiers are about to lose their lives because we're going to wage war with Venezuela over nothing more than oil. We were in the Middle East for all that time for what? Okay. All right. They're willing to risk the lives of U.S. soldiers for their gain. All of these rural towns that are being suffocated slowly but surely by these data centers, fuck them. They are treating you like pawns in their ultimate schemes. Broad daylight in your face. And they're the minority. We sit here and act like they have this magic staff of power, like they're some grand wizard or some shit. These are human beings playing with your life. They said these data centers require the power equivalent to the amount of power a city would need, sometimes larger. And they're putting them in these rural towns, fucking up the air, the water supply. Why? All to create an AI system that is identical to the human brain so you can be replaced. These are not the times to try to be the cool guy and not pay attention and shit like that. What the fuck are we doing? Take your thumb off the fucking screen.
All right. Get Isaiah 14 real quick before we take a quick break. Remember, the title of the show is America is Lucifer. Now, Lucifer and Satan is two different things. I just gotta say that. Lucifer and Satan is two different things. Satan definitely rules over America, the whole white race. You understand? But Lucifer itself is the kingdom that we know as America.
You gotta believe
this is what one of the things the Lord said about Lucifer. Read verse 20.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 20.
Come on.
Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people.
So going to the brother point, they don't give a damn. Them damn Chaldeans, the upper echelon, the elite, they do not give a damn about you niggas always protesting and asking for stuff and complaining and talking about rights and revolutions. And I'm a Rothschild. What the hell wrong with you? You understand? I'll Rockefeller around this joint. Bro, listen. They are the Dukes of Edom back in the earth.
That's
you understand?
right.
They come from them royal families of old, and they got the power. And they don't give a damn. They would slay their own damn people. America gonna have plenty casualties. You understand?
This is America.
Behind what they trying to develop to maintain. They want to be God. Right. They go back to that Obadiah 4. You understand? And it's right here in verse 13.
Yeah. Verse 13. What thou hast said.
Read verse 14.
Verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Think about it, right? When the Lord take over the earth and reign, every knee gonna bow, every tongue gonna confess. That's what they trying to do. You either gonna get down or lay down. You understand? That's where they getting at. That's their spirit. That's how they move. That's why it's gonna be plenty of casualties to try to get to that AI utopia where only compliant humans exist and coexist with the damn robots. The Lord gonna destroy that bullshit.
Yeah.
But in pursuit of that, they gonna slay their people. You understand?
This is their God.
Now, what they've been doing is slaying everybody else. Jump up to verse 4.
Verse 4.
Go ahead.
That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Against the who?
The king of Babylon.
And it's important because this whole, when you read verse 4 on down, this is who it's talking about. It don't jump to no story about somebody being a choir director in heaven and losing a boxing match with God and falling to the earth. That's not a thing in the Bible. Ain't no story about an angel called Lucifer, and that's not a thing.
Does everybody understand that?
But Lucifer is the king of Babylon. That's what Isaiah is telling you.
Right.
Read on.
And say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
The same great city we read about in Revelation 17. Read.
The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked.
Come on.
And the scepter of the rulers.
Read.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
He smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He always got troops deployed somewhere. He always got bombs dropping somewhere.
Right.
You understand? Because of to stop communism and to, you know, to help Israel and to do this and to do that. It's always a cause. No, it's in your damn anger. You mad because there's nations that don't want to bow down to you.
That's right.
That's willing to link up with nations that don't fool with you.
Yeah.
Read.
He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered.
Right, so their persecution is at hand. And ain't nobody going to be able to stop when the Lord begins to persecute them. The same way he did to Egypt. All right? So, we're going to come back to Isaiah 14 we get back from break. So, we got to take this quick break. Don't go nowhere. We're going to be right back with more on Let's Talk Truth.
As the seven seals of the apocalypse are broken one by one, we move closer to the end of the timeline. Some biblical experts contend that the seals have already begun to break, setting the stage for a final cataclysm. If this is true, what could happen and when?
Hey, I done seen the future in America won't make it. I can look at Europe and I see it for the taking. China's about to fall, the economy is breaking. We ain't asking for the kingdom, man, we about to take it. Take it. World domination, we gon' take it. I don't need your money, yeah, we coming out the matrix. The London Bridge is falling, the Eiffel Tower falling, Statue of Liberty is falling, call that world domination.
Not in the zodiacs, but the stars line are right. Thought that was a plane, that's an angel made of fire. The Lord gon' flip the cars and it started with a fly. You been sitting in the church while your pastor teaching lies. We after the world domination, for the blacks, Hispanics, and all of the natives. For Dominicans and Haitians and Jamaicans, like bleach to a white tee, you nations can't fade us.
We gon' take this kingdom, break it down and build it up. Bring their treasures in the stores, tell them fill it up. All the nations drunk the cup, tell them sip it up. Even if their bodies dropping, they ain't get enough. If you not walking in the way, better get up out the way. Better watch your words, cause he writing what you say. If you work iniquity, then death you getting paid. Judgment coming soon, I can't wait to see the day. I just seen the vision, presidents and politicians, all they kings and all they princes, everyone was bowing down. With the rod of iron, lift the banner up to Zion, speak against it, then you dying, beating edges to the ground.
I done seen the future in America won't make it. I can look at Europe and I see it for the taking. China's about to fall, the economy is breaking. We ain't asking for the kingdom, man, we about to take it. World domination, we gon' take it. I don't need your money, yeah, we coming out the matrix. The London Bridge is falling, the Eiffel Tower falling, Statue of Liberty is falling, all that world domination.
I just woke up feeling like I run the planet. Just like Jeremiah, you know that the Savior planted. They know we ordained to be a prophet, so they panic. With my rod of iron, I'm about to do some damage. When them waters open, I ain't trying to talk. All them babies getting rocked on us in the block. We gon' make the heathen hot like a dinner pot. Then I break them into shivers till the quiver stop. Whipping and flipping my people opinion till all the chosen to seal. You know that I've been a den as a watchman, so I've been watching the field. All I've been seeing is servants on horses thinking they king of the hill. We rising up to collect what they owe us, they gon' be paying the bill.
I done seen the future in America won't make it. I can look at Europe and I see it for the taking. China's about to fall, the economy is breaking. We ain't asking for the kingdom, man, we about to take it. World domination, we gon' take it.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Truth. All praise to the Most High.
We in this building.
For the sake of time and what we got left to cover, we gonna skip. The hell is this? I'm sorry. I know some of y'all be looking forward to it.
All right.
But, we gotta go. We gotta get through this because I ain't trying to do no part two. Let's get that clip. Matter of fact, because I said I was going to come back to Isaiah 14.
Let's go.
I really want to go on and come back to Habakkuk 2 real quick. Give me Habakkuk 2 real quick. Verse
Fire!
5. Yeah, so if you was paying attention at the beginning of the show, we showed how he was calling fentanyl, which Venezuela don't even make. He was calling fentanyl from Venezuela a weapon of mass destruction. Y'all remember that, right?
Ain't no way, boy.
To justify declaring war on them. Watch this.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Read.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Soul is not upright in him. This ain't right. This soul right here ain't right. Read.
But the just shall live by his faith.
Come on.
Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine.
By lies. Read.
He is a proud man.
Prideful. Come on.
Neither keepeth at home.
Neither keepeth at home. What's that? A fugitive and a vagabond.
Right. In the city, yep.
Always in somebody else's country. Trying to get somebody else's stuff. Read on.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Then we read that in Revelation 6. Whose name is death and hell follow with him.
Hit the bomb.
He can never have enough. You gotta enlarge his desire. Read on.
And is as death.
Come on.
And cannot be satisfied.
Right, and cannot be satisfied. He is as death. Live by the sword. Always killing. Continually gather for war. And cannot be satisfied. Greedy. Excuse me, like, read.
But gathereth unto him all nations.
Gathereth unto him all nations, read.
And heapeth unto him all people.
Right, and heapeth to him all people. Play that clip.
Let's go.
Obviously, the war in Iraq is a big, fat mistake. The war in Iraq, we spent $2 trillion, thousands of lives. We don't even have it. Iran is taking over Iraq with the second largest oil reserves in the world. Obviously, it was a mistake. So George Bush made a mistake. We can make mistakes, but that one was a beauty. We should have never been in Iraq. We have destabilized the Middle East. They lied. They said there were weapons of mass destruction. There were none, and they knew there were none. There were no weapons of mass destruction.
All right.
Obviously.
Y'all heard this, right? George Bush literally said the same damn thing about Iraq. They have weapons of mass destruction. That's why they went to war in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
And years later, what this nigga come out and say? Look, they lied. He lied. There was no weapons of mass destruction. And then your ass come 8 years later saying the same damn thing.
Right.
That's why interest, bro. They love liars. That's what that's all they know how to do. Play that.
Nobody loves the Bible more than I do.
Read it.
Fun fact. The U.S. invaded Iraq in 2003 over weapons of mass destruction.
Put it on. Thank you. Read.
Declassified reports showed that already knew Iraq had none. After the invasion, Exxon, BP, and Shell got access to over 60 billion barrels of Iraq's oil. 400,000 lives lost, all in the name of oil.
It was actually over a million lives lost in that war.
Shit.
But you see, 60 billion barrels of Iraq's oil. That's what I'm telling you.
Let the BS go.
They some damn thieves. They be stealing. And they ain't just steal that either. They went in the damn Gilgamesh, the museum, and
Amalek.
yeah. They
Tomb Raiders.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
This is madness.
Cause that's a part of the Statue of Liberty, which is a statue of Lucifer.
This is America.
That damn torch, a part of the meaning of that torch means stolen knowledge.
Amalek.
That's what they do. They be going, man. They be, man. All right. Shout out to Captain Mathias.
Yeah.
Play the play the next joint. So you see, they got a track record. All right. They did that to Iraq. They said the weapons of mass destruction. That was a damn lie. They went to get Earl and they went to get artifacts.
Damn.
Now play that.
Thank you for the question. I think it's one of the most important topics to understanding the current global geopolitics, globalism, corporatism, economics, and so on. The best one-word answer I think I can come up with is Michelin. If any of you all think you have a better one-word answer, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The best two-word answer I can come up with you is globalism and corporatism. Okay. The best politically correct and historically accepted answer I can think of is that America was supposedly concerned about the spread of communism, but foreign policy, economic interests, national fears, and geopolitical strategies also played a major role. But I offer you these additional tidbits just for your consideration.
Your President Roosevelt didn't want the French people to stay in Indochina. So, new Americans influenced the Vietnam.
Yeah, that's true. The Viet Cong were invented by the Americans, sir.
There are several books like this one, What Every American Should Know About Who's Really Running America by Melissa Rossi, and specifically touching upon the French global corporate interest, inferences marginally touched upon at college-level history courses, and the originally cut rubber plantation scene from Apocalypse Now. Here's the Wikipedia pages for Michelin, and specifically the Michelin rubber plantation in Vietnam. Thank you.
Right. Damn. So I remember, I don't know if it was my pops, somebody, but it was when I was a kid, somebody mentioned the Vietnam War. They were just trying to get some damn rubber. I'm like, it's always about some resources. So
I know what I'm talking
turns
about.
out, France, of course, is an ally. France had rubber plantations in Vietnam, South Vietnam.
Are you serious?
So the whole communism narrative is they want you to think America was trying to protect the spread of communism, to stop the spread of communism.
Right.
Well, North Vietnam was communist. South Vietnam, where the rubber plantations were like America. Hell, what it's called, just, democracy or something.
Right.
Message.
So that's really why they stepped in it. But they didn't think it was gonna be smoke like that. Like, nah, look, hey, we're here, you know, y'all ain't gonna bring that communist stuff down here. We got the plantation down here. And it turned out North Korea was ready. They weren't going for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned into a war, and America lost because they weren't ready for the guerrilla warfare that the Vietnamese had, that they was, you know, accustomed to, the terrain of the land. So communism ended up taking over, but they did retain that mission and stuff. But that's what it was. It's always about resources. It's never really about a real cause. Their soul is not upright in them, bro. Go to the next video.
You do realize that we can see you lying, right?
Come on.
It was not a conspiracy. It was just a known thing, meaning the government of Zaire had to place IMF officials in its government, in the treasury, in control of the economy. And we would shape the economy usually to do two things in the tropics. We would focus on extractive industries. So like, let's get this stuff out of the ground as fast as possible without any benefits accruing to the local population. In fact, we'd often like ruin the environment around them and make their life miserable. And number two, agriculture stuff. So we would force them to do this kind of industrial scale agriculture, usually of things that they couldn't eat, that they would export to us for our consumption. So we would engineer their society to do this and to be more dependent. And in order to do so, we would devalue the currency. And you basically want to like shrink the economy. You don't want the government to be like providing any subsidies to its people, healthcare, education. No. That's only for rich countries. But beyond that, there's like nothing for the people left over. Of course, the dictator takes his cut. That's what the IMF does to countries.
Yep. Get Revelation chapter 6. Before they were the pale horse.
You can't make this stuff up.
Revelation 6 and 5.
The book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 5.
Come on!
And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse.
Right. It ain't because it's black people. It's the same nation. It's the same Edomite conquerors. The reason why it's calling a horse black is because they conquering the dark nations. It's dealing with the oppression of the dark nations.
Y'all see that?
Particularly Africa. Go ahead.
And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Had a pair of balances in his hand. What do we use balances for? To measure weights. You understand that? There's a currency exchange. Read.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
Right. So the manner in which this beast, these damn white people would oppress the dark nations would be through the economy. That's why the IMF finessing the hell out of Africa to this day.
Right.
They be making it seem like, oh, it's a crisis. Oh, they need aid.
They need us.
No, they going to steal. The thief cometh not, but to steal.
To this
Steal
day.
and destroy. Play the next video. Watch this.
Come on!
I mean, if you get mugged on the street and the thief takes all your money, but he gives you back $1, do you feel like he just gave you charity? Do you thank him for that? Are you in his debt now because he was so kind as to give you a tiny fraction of your own money back to you? I mean, seriously, call this so-called aid, call it what it really is. It's a robbery rebate. It's an insult. It's an insult. This is what they won't teach you in so-called development studies. Total American so-called aid to Africa, the whole continent, is roughly around $12 billion per year, between 10 and 12. If that sounds like a lot to you, let me put it in some kind of perspective, a little bit of perspective. The big 7 AI tech companies just spent $100 billion in the first quarter of 2025 just on data centers. That's $1 billion per day spent by just 7 companies in America, NVIDIA, OpenAI, and so on. The entire continent of Africa gets $12 billion, 12 of so-called aid from America. Do you understand that's like 1/6 of 1% of the U.S. budget? That's like 0.17% of the U.S. budget. That's not even a crumb. It's a crumb of a crumb. Damn. And the truth is, even that measly 12 billion, most of that, you don't even actually get that yourselves in Africa. Most of that goes right back to them. So what are you even talking about? U.S. aid, American aid. The United States pretends to give $10 to $12 billion a year across the whole African continent. Health programs through, what's it called, PEPFAR, you know, some measure of food relief, military training, and so on. A few USAID NGOs, et cetera, et cetera. But every dollar is subject to procurement regulations. They force African countries to buy American goods. It's tied to privatization clauses written by the IMF. And it's tied to basically a geopolitical loyalty oath to adhere to America's priorities in Africa. Every penny is either to buy American goods or to sell your assets to America or to sell your politicians to America. Meanwhile, the real money moves in the opposite direction. Oil, minerals, cocoa, coffee, you know, on and on. Exxon, Chevron, Cargill, they strip the raw natural wealth out of Africa. And then they wire the profits back home, and then they hide from taxes offshore. In 2022 alone, U.S. companies imported $37 billion worth of African crude with almost no local value added. That's between $90 and $120 billion every year that's taken from you just in crude oil and unpaid taxes. And for that $12 billion you're supposed to shut your mouth, look at that. $12 billion coming in, $120 billion going out. They take 10 times as much as they so-called give back.
This is crazy!
Well, damn. It's right, 1217 by U.S. aid.
This is America.
So they helping black people. Yeah, sure you are. Sirach 12:17.
The book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 17.
Come on!
If adversity come upon thee.
Right, poverty. You need help. You need assistance. You need foreign aid. Read.
Thou shalt find him there first.
America pulling up. Yeah, you mean? They there. Read.
And though he pretend to help
Though he what?
He pretend to help thee.
Ain't that what the Edomite said? He said they pretend to help Africa. They pretend to aid them. Read.
Yet shall he undermine thee.
He really finessing you out of billions. Your resources, finessing the taxes, and that's what we read in Revelation 6. Right. Them damn balances. They falsifying the balances. From the dark nations, bruh. This Bible is a true book.
Right.
That's right!
They the damn devil Bible. For sure. For sure. Play that next clip. I know we weren't going to forget about this one.
Yeah!
A U.S. president admitted to overthrowing another country, and Americans still call him a hero. Follow now because Theodore Roosevelt didn't just build the Panama Canal. He committed state-sanctioned theft and bragged about it. When Colombia said no, Roosevelt ordered U.S. warships to trap their military offshore. He backed a manufactured uprising, recognized Panama as a nation within days, and seized the canal zone before the ink on independence was dry. No referendum, no consent, just force. Then Roosevelt said the quiet part out loud. I took the canal zone. That's not diplomacy. That's a confession. This wasn't destiny or progress. It was regime change for profit, executed by presidential muscle and sold to Americans as greatness. So ask yourself, if another country did this today, would we call it leadership or a crime? Follow and comment.
Yep, that's what they do. That's what they did. The damn Panama deception. Go back to Isaiah 14, man. So they lie. What did First Ezra say? Before the popular persuasions. What did it say? Secret plots. Right. Secret plots. They plotted. They like, damn, that's a haven of ships, like the Bible say. You understand? That's a haven of ships right there. Matter of fact, give me Daniel 8. And, they created laws, policy. They made some shit up. You know what I'm saying? To justify their evil, to steal, kill, and destroy. Daniel 8:23.
The book of Daniel, chapter 8 and verse 23.
Come on!
And in the latter time, and in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full.
Right, when the transgressors come to the full, when their iniquities reach the heaven. Read.
A king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
Right, so they're going to understand prophecy to an extent. All right, go ahead.
And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power.
Read.
And he shall destroy wonderfully.
And
he
shall what?
Destroy wonderfully.
That's Panama deception. That you destroy wonderfully when you convince the world that you was doing right. Like you did the right thing. Like it was something to be proud of. America destroys wonderfully.
This is America.
You understand? They execute their missions wonderfully. Read.
And shall prosper and practice.
And shall prosper. And they prosper with seizing that damn Panama Canal. Read.
And shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
Right. And shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. That's what they did to get America. That's what they do to our people that scatter in the diaspora in South America, in Africa. That's what they do to us right here. You understand?
That's right.
That's what they do. That's how they have always built their damn nation, off of destroying our holy people.
That's right.
Through his policy.
And notice it says destroy. It said destroy twice in that verse.
Correct.
Because the thief cometh not, but to steal, kill, and destroy.
Right.
Wonderful.
So
the mighty and holy people.
Right. Yeah. Still praise the dude that did it.
Yeah.
To this day.
Read.
Verse 25.
And that's how he was able to do it. Through his what?
And through his policy.
Through his policy. That pen. Read.
Also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
That was some crafty. The Panama deception. That was some crafty stuff. Read.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
Right. That's what America did. Magnified themselves after that. I'm proud to be in America. But they made us sing that at the state capitol, bro.
He ain't lying.
Damn.
For real. They made us sing. We had to memorize it and sing it, bro. Read.
And by peace shall destroy
Shall
many.
what?
Shall destroy.
That's right.
Destroy. They are destruction, bro.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Evil stuff.
Destroy, it said, by peace shall destroy. That's how you know you the devil. Right. By peace, you destroy. That's Sirach 12. When the verse come upon you, you're going to find them there first. That's, they trying to paint Trump like that. Like he a damn peacemaker. Trying to make peace between Russia and Ukraine, Israel and Iran. He just a peace man. Hell no, he a finesser. He's a damn what his show was? The Apprentice. Yeah, he a damn businessman.
This is madness.
And by peace shall destroy many.
Come on.
He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Right. So he gonna get lifted up just like Pharaoh was lifted up for the Lord to destroy him. Now go to Isaiah 14. Isaiah chapter 14. And where we left off at, verse 7. Yeah, go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 7.
Let's go.
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
So whenever this kingdom is destroyed, when they get persecuted and none hindereth, it said the whole earth going to be at rest. Go back to 2nd Ezra 11.
Let's go.
45 and 46 about when this last beast is destroyed. Read that.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 11 and verse 45.
Come on.
And therefore appear no more, thou eagle.
So this eagle going to be destroyed. He ain't going to appear no more.
Yeah.
Nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers,
Read.
Nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body.
Read.
That all the earth may be refreshed.
That all the earth may be what?
May be refreshed.
That's what we read in Isaiah 14. The whole earth is at rest.
That's right.
Quiet. The earth gonna be referred. That go back to Genesis 4.
Yeah!
Cain don't got no good relationship with the earth. The earth don't yield forth its strength unto him. And they damn ruling over it. What the hell? They ruling over the earth, and the earth don't fool with them.
Right.
Hit the ball!
The earth can't wait for that damn eagle to vanish.
Yeah!
Go back to Isaiah 14.
This is America.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 8. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.
No more Rockefeller. How did this read?
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Uh-huh.
It stirreth up the dead for thee.
Who is that? Read.
Even all the chief ones of the earth.
Even all the chief ones of the earth. All these nations you've been beating and bruising, they gonna rise up against you. Read.
It have raised up from their thrones.
Come on.
All the kings of the nations.
Read.
All they shall speak and say unto thee.
Watch this.
Art thou also become weak as we?
Art thou also become weak as we have? Read.
Art thou become like unto us?
Come on.
Thy pomp is brought down to the grave.
America is very pompous and proudful, but it's going to be brought down to the grave. Read.
And the noise of thy vials.
Right. You know what the noise of their vials is? Oh, say, can you
Don't
see?
do it. Don't do it.
It's going to be brought down. It's going to be canceled. Read.
Fire!
The worm is spread under thee.
Uh-huh.
And the worms cover thee.
Meaning you're going to die. Read.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Right. So, read verse 4 again. Now, all that, we was talking about nations and destruction, and then we just jumped to before the earth. And
Right, don't even add up.
Bro, read that real quick.
Verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Read verse 12.
Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
So he calling the king of Babylon Lucifer. Lucifer is going to fall from heaven, meaning they're going to fall from their rulership over the earth.
Right.
What that said, verse...
Down with you.
Where is it? Verse 6.
Verse 6.
Uh-huh.
He who smote the people in wrath with the continual stroke.
Read.
He that ruled the nations.
That's what I wanted. He that ruled the nations. That's the Revelation 17 that reigneth over the kings of the earth. That's the heaven is talking about in verse 12.
Yeah.
How art thou fallen from thy rulership, O Lucifer? Read on.
He that ruled the nations.
Verse 12.
Oh, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Right, and Lucifer means light bringer. All right, son of the morning. So the enlightened one, the damn Illuminati looking at. That's America. That's give me the Statue of Liberty.
Come on!
Read on.
How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
Which did is weaken the nations. Like they trying to do to Venezuela.
Right.
Message. That's how they get down. That's what they've been doing all these years. The time gonna come is like, damn. Damn, homie. Damn. 1900s, you was the man, homie. With the 20th century.
What happened?
You was the man, homie.
Hell no!
So yeah, put the John on the screen, man. The androgynous man. Great whore sitteth upon many waters. All right, just click one. It's holding that torch.
The whore!
So this is what you picked the worst one, didn't it? So this would pick one of the high def ones, please. That get a good look at the image.
You know what's crazy while you going over this, Cap? In Brazil, they had a storm, and the Statue of Liberty they have there tumbled over. So America gonna fall.
Yeah, Captain Matthias, shout out the Writers on the Wall. They went over.
That's right!
And he also went in depth into the breakdown of the statues. I ain't finna hit on all this stuff, but I just want to show y'all, give y'all a visual of Lucifer, the light bringer.
Yeah.
All right, that's what the scripture is talking about. They just showing you who they are, the staple of them. All right. America is Lucifer. Read verse 13.
Verse 13.
Read.
For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven.
Space travel. Read.
I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
Right. That's why when they landed on the moon, they said the eagle has landed. That's their mentality. And they brought it to pass. Read.
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation.
The congregation is the Israelites. When you read Exodus 12 and 40, Psalm 74, 1 and 2, read.
In the sides of the north.
In the sides of the north, giving you the location. Dropping the low. North America, the fourth part of the earth. Revelation 6.
This is America.
I will ascend above
Y'all
the
notice how all the prophets, they all tied in.
Right.
The spirit was in John the Revelator, Daniel, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezra. They all, the Lord showed them the same. Habakkuk, all of them saw the same damn thing. Read.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
Uh-huh.
I will be like the Most High.
I'm going to be like the Most High. Matter of fact, before we go any further, read verse 12 one more time.
Verse 12.
Read.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Right. So Lucifer mean light bringer, which is represented by the Statue of Liberty. Put it on the screen one more time. So again, it represents liberty, right? It represents freedom, enlightenment, and so on and so forth, right? Get 2 Corinthians 11 and 14 real quick. 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. Read that.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed.
Read it again.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Right. That's what America did. How they gonna turn around and build a country through genocide and slavery, then build a statue of, well, they didn't build it, it was gifted to them. But still, you gonna prop up a statue of liberty?
Wow.
What? What the hell is this? Now get Habakkuk, go back to Habakkuk 1. Habakkuk 1 and 10. Watch this.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Read.
And they shall scoff at the kings.
Right, scoff at our kings, our leaders, our chiefs. Read.
And the princes shall be a scorn unto them.
Read.
They shall deride every stronghold.
Right, every stronghold we had, all the Gadite, Reuben strongholds. Read.
For they shall heap dust and take it.
Right, dust meaning confusion, right, with their religions, their treaties, all those things to make it seem like they was something they not. Read.
Then shall his mind change.
Then what?
Then shall his mind change, and he shall pass over.
Then shall his mind change.
Then shall his mind change, and he shall pass over.
Read.
And offend, imputing this his power unto his God.
Right. Meaning he came for war, then turned around and made it seem like he came to help. You understand? Right. Like he came and discovered America and God and manifest destiny.
Are you serious? Don't know nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Save you.
This
is crazy.
That's Lucifer.
This is America.
Imputing his power unto his God. That's why they set up all these idols and all of that. Everything that they do to champion themselves and becoming America, all of their damn statues and you know, the things that they erect or whatever, it be all idolatry.
Right.
It be all demonic. It be demonic. For real. But again, imputing his power unto his God, then shall his mind change. They trying to make it seem like they the home of the free. The land of the free. How it go? Home of the brave.
How is that helpful?
Yeah, land of the free, home of the brave. Place of liberty. Oh! Hell no. You weaken the nations. You smote the people continually in your wrath.
Yeah.
Stop the damn cap. Go back to Isaiah 14. Read 16. Close it out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 16.
Come on.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man?
Is this the what?
Is this the man?
That's how you know it ain't talking about a choir director losing a boxing
That's
match in heaven.
Right.
Is this the what?
Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
That made the earth to tremble. Read.
That did shake kingdoms?
Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Yeah.
You understand? You can drop hella bombs.
Right.
And hit the bomb. Now you going down? Damn. All praise to the Most High. So America is Lucifer, and that's what God got in store for Lucifer. They will be brought down.
That's right.
Real what it is. It's gonna be a big shocker because how they roll and how they been bullying, but the Lord gonna drop the damn bully. Yeah. Everybody gonna see it and have something to say about that. Oh, praise to the Most High. Got knocked out. They be like when Debo fell, you know what I'm saying?
That's some good stuff right now.
So I'll pray to the Most High. Lord's willing, y'all got edified. Put the QR code up there. We seeking your assistance to enhance our national broadcast. Kindly spare a minute to provide feedback by answering 5 brief questions. All right. Lord's willing, we'll be back next week with more on Let's Talk Truth. Long.